What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So in this video I'm actually going to be doing more Honda stuff, so I'm pretty excited. I've been neglecting it because it's been my daily, but I finally thought of something that I could do while I'm still driving the car daily. The daily driver is in the works, so I'm going to get that pretty soon. But as you can see, I got the bumper off, so don't need the rear bumper to drive this thing on the road. My little lights will just hang here. If it rains, I'll tape them up or something, but you know, it should be just fine like that for a little while. I don't mind it. It kind of looks good. Looks more sleeper. But yeah, so I got the bumper in the garage, and I want to try to fix it because you guys can see right here, this thing was hit in the back, and when I got the car, this whole quarter was kind of sitting a little bit higher than the trunk. So I took it to the body shop that I used to work at, and they pulled it down for me, and with their frame puller, and then we seam sealed it all up here and sealed it. And I actually have ants that are living inside of where my bumper mounts. So I think I'm gonna have to take the taillight out and get rid of some kind of ant nest here because that's kind of nasty. They're like carrying larvae and stuff. So I have my own ant farm underneath my bumper. That's kind of cool, I guess. They haven't made their way into the car yet, thankfully, but hopefully they do not. That's pretty gnarly. But got the rear bumper in here. I'll show you guys the damage on this thing and see if we can fix it. And then if we fix it, we can mount our rear lip that I got. So we'll see how it goes. So you can see the damage here. It's pretty bad. It's all wrinkled in this section right here, and this whole section is kind of cracked. When I popped it out initially, it kind of closed the gap a little bit here. So this whole section is kind of sticking up, if you can see that, and it all kind of has to go down. So I'm going to try to heat up this whole corner and push down on this section with something, and then maybe try to cool it from the back side. I just have a heat gun here that I'm going to use. I'm going to crank up the heat, get this really hot because it kind of takes a lot of heat to move this stuff, and then the cold water is just going to be to cool it back down and make it hold its shape. So this is probably going to take a while of shaping and pushing this down, and then maybe pushing these wrinkles out from the bottom, and then at the end I'm still going to have to sand it and use some filler, but hopefully we can get it to look decent. I guess we'll wait and see. So I've been at this for quite a while now. I took a little break, came back to it, but it's a lot smoother and rounder than it once was. I still feel like this whole section needs to come down. Just looking at this side, this part of the bumper kind of slants down, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to accomplish that. It's like this whole section. Maybe I could like heat it up and try to pull this. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I still want to try to figure out some way to do that because this side looks higher than that side, and I want it to look nice and have a good gap here and make sure the gap's correct. So I gotta figure that out. But other than that, it's looking pretty straight, so I'm pretty happy. There's definitely some cracks up here. I don't know if you guys can see them. Let me get you closer. But yeah, up close doesn't look as good, but there's these cracks in here. That'll either get filled with filler, or I might even take a plastic welder to it and try to weld that crack together. And yeah, the rest of this is just kind of, I heated it up to where it was almost melting at one point. But yeah, so I got it to fill in all the high and low areas, and I pushed it from the back, pushed it from the top, and I used this bucket of cold water with mainly the piece of wood. I would dunk it in the water, and then it would kind of sizzle on here and make it hold its shape. So we're definitely getting there. It's a lot of work, but it's basically like metal work, but less hammering and more heating with a heat gun. So I got that thing turned up to like 1,000 degrees, and I just get it to where the paint starts to like ripple and bubble, and then I just go in and try to shape it like I like. And yeah, so it's coming out pretty decent. I'm honestly happier than I thought I would be with it. I guess we'll just have to see how it looks once it's got once it's sanded and has some filler on it. I got to figure out what kind of filler I want to use because I don't want it to crack when the bumper flexes. So we're gonna have to see what the best filler to use is. At least it's on some stronger areas where the most filler is gonna be. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so this is how it looks as of right now. It looks pretty decent. You can see I have some low areas such as here, here, and here. I can still push those up a little bit. I'll heat it again probably, push those up, and because I want to use as little filler as possible because I don't want to have any cracking. So even like this area and maybe just in the center of this area right here, I'll try to push it out just a little bit more. And then I'll have to use just less filler. Like little stuff like this is fine, and yeah, like little areas are not too bad. I'll just scuff that, and I'm gonna run a light coat of filler on the whole thing, and then I'll you know, sand it all off. But we're looking pretty good, much straighter than it was before. So I'm thinking, yeah, like on camera, you could barely even tell that it's that it was all messed up. I wish I had pictures of what it looked like when I first got it. Maybe I'll find a picture and show you guys. But it was a huge dent and it was all creased, and just keeps getting better and better. So I'm liking the way it's coming out for sure. So I actually just found a picture on my phone. That is what it looked like when I first got it. Pretty bad dent. You can see the bumper's all misaligned. You can't really see that the trunk was misaligned there. Maybe a little bit. You can see the taillights off. Yeah, see how the taillight's off like that. But yeah, that and the bumper. So that's what it looked like when I first got it. Just like that. Basically the same. It was nasty inside. So it's the following night and I'm going to get back to work on it. So after I did a little bit of sanding here, I revealed our low areas. So any areas that still have the OEM paint, we know are low areas. So I can go ahead and heat it up again and push from the inside to push these low areas out. And then I'll go ahead and sand it with a DA this time instead of just a block. I'll try to get it as smooth as I possibly can. And yeah, then after that we'll be ready to hit it with like a adhesion promoter for plastics and then some primer. And then we'll be able to put the body filler on it. And yeah, and then we'll be able to get some sanding going on and see if we can straighten this thing out. But yeah, it's quite a process for these plastic bumpers, but it should save me a good amount of money, so hopefully it works out. Alright, so I tried to chase those low spots out that I still had, and then I went ahead and hit this with the DA sander, and it's looking pretty good. Honestly, hard to tell that there was ever a dent there. I was just looking at that picture when I first got it again, and it's pretty bad looking. Yeah, this looks a lot better. I think it's definitely going to need filler. I can tell all around this area right here, it's pretty low, so I have to add some filler there. Hopefully not too much. I don't want this to crack, but I guess this will be a test as to whether you can put filler on a bumper like this and actually have a decent thickness, because it's still a little bit bowed in, but I want to see what I can do. If it cracks while the car's primered, then I'll redo it, but I think we're going to be okay. So yeah, I gotta get ready to prime it, but I think I may try to fit the lip first. All right, so it's a few days later, and I actually decided that I wanted to order the correct chemical or the correct body filler to actually work on this bumper. I was just gonna use regular filler, but then I kind of realized that I really do have some lower areas, and I don't really want to build up the regular Bondo too thick, and I have these like crevices here, and I think that the best way to do it is gonna be to use the real product here. And I actually got some, it's U-Pol makes it, I'll go grab it from inside, but it's a two-part, it's a plastic body filler. So it's for bumpers, it's for these types of scratches and scuffs, and you can fill holes through the entire bumper with it. So I think that's gonna be a cool tool to use. You can fix bumper tabs that are broken and stuff too. So that'll be cool to work with and show you guys. Kind of expensive, but I'm definitely gonna need it to probably fix some of this other crap on the bumper. And I have the front bumper and all these things on it. So I'm thinking it's probably gonna be good that I got it. I'm gonna need it. So, you know, I'm gonna worry about fixing this section first, and then I will move on to the other stuff, or I'll probably mount the lip or something. But I do wanna show you guys the new daily. I think I might put that in a separate video though. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, it is here, but I'll show it to you. I gotta think of a name for it. I think I already got a couple, but yeah, I'm gonna get to work here, show you guys this filler that I got, and see if we can lay a fat coat down on here and smooth some of this out, because definitely got some lower areas here, like such as right here. Hopefully the filler will fill it. All right, so I have this Stronghold here. It's U-Pol. It says it fills scuffs and scratches on plastics, but I've watched videos of the manufacturer made on YouTube, and they use it to fill. They do all kinds of stuff. They fix tabs with it, so it should be fine. But yeah, it's a two-part. Yeah, there's a hardener right here, and they give you a little scraper even, a little applicator. Pretty cool. So I'm going to prep the surface. I'm going to do a little research, figure out what I need to do. Definitely going to blow it off at the very least. But yeah, I guess I'll start small and work my way up. This area still feels kind of low here, but hopefully we're able to fill it in. I'm just going to skim coat the whole thing, and if we have to apply more, we will. But yeah, I'll probably mix a pretty big batch. This bumper was pretty messed up. It's pretty warped everywhere. So yeah, we'll see if we can make it look good. I've been putting on coats of filler, sanding them off, more coats on, more coats off, just to try to get the shape that I want. The first one laid on pretty good, and I thought that I was pretty close. I just had a couple of high spots, and then I ran into some issues where I sanded too far, and the high spots were too prominent, so just putting another layer. Most of it is smoothed out, so we just got to go in here and try to smooth it out again. Yeah, so hopefully it comes out pretty straight. It's definitely tough to do on a curved surface like this, and if you rub through to the plastic, it's tough to tell that you've rubbed through to the plastic until it's kind of too late, and then it's like kind of furry. So I'm just gonna wait for this to dry, probably sand this off. It's almost dry, it dries pretty quick. Just put this on, but yeah, I'll sand this off again and hopefully we are flat enough to be ready for primer. And then I guess I'll go around and fix all the other spots on the bumper because there's a lot of other nicks and tears and stuff like that. So I'll go around, sand everything that I have to, and fill it in wherever need be, which is honestly a lot of different spots. This bumper is really beat, and yeah, so that's going to be the next phase. But yeah, nothing crazy. Still got to mount the lip on the underside. Pretty soon I think I'll take this guy off and see if I can get that lip mounted on there. So I got the stock lip taken off in the back and I threw on the fiberglass one just loosely. It's just kind of resting there. It should fit much tighter once I get everything bolted in. I plan on nut and bolting it with like big fender washers, and hopefully it sits nice and tight like that all the way around. It's looking like it's going to fit pretty good, honestly. The fitment on this is way better than the spoiler, and these pieces are intact. So yeah, it should fit pretty good. This one's a little bit warped, I guess, but we'll see if we can straighten it out. Hopefully it flexes enough. But yeah, I think it's going to look really sweet. It's definitely going to add a lot of it's definitely going to make the car look a bit lower. I think that's going to be pretty sweet. So I'm pretty excited, but I think that's where I'm going to cap the video off. You guys get the idea with this whole plastic body filler stuff. Seems like it works pretty good. I still have a couple of areas I want to add to, and I have the rest of the bumper that I think I mentioned is full of nicks, like here, and some other areas too. There's like some beat up stuff right around here too. So I've got a lot of work left to do on this bumper, so I'm gonna do that, but probably just off camera because you guys have seen me do plenty of body work. So I'll just get that done, get this painted, and get the lip installed and painted and everything, and then we'll be good to install the bumper again. I'll definitely show you guys what that looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna go get the new daily registered tomorrow in the morning, and hopefully I post the video after that. I'm gonna try to edit it and render it tonight for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and you know, subscribe if you guys want to see some more stuff. I'm really getting back into doing car stuff now, so I'm pretty excited doing some of my own stuff again, not just working on other people's cars. I need to do a lot of work on the Honda, my truck, and I just got this new daily that we got to do something to. So yeah, I'm excited. May wrap the daily. I gotta see. I'm gonna see what kind of color I want to do, but yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Peace out.